Listen to me, and listen deeply, because your entire life depends on what I'm about to say. You think you are alive, but you are only partially living. You think you are awake, but you are buried in layers of sleep so thick you can't even see the bars of your own prison. If you do not shock yourself out of this stupor, you will spend the rest of your days stumbling around like a sleepwalker, never tasting the real ecstasy that lies within you. And let me be absolutely clear, you will destroy yourself. No one needs to do it for you. Your own ignorance is enough. Either you escape these illusions, or they will swallow you whole. You pretend to search for purpose, for meaning, as though these were trinkets you might find in a thrift store. Pathetic. Do you actually believe your stale routines, your petty desires, your endless distractions can fill the hole in your soul? Wake up. Your soul is starving. Your heart is gasping for air because you have locked your vitality in a dark cellar labeled forbidden. I'm pointing at that secret place right now, the seat of your orgasmic energy. That's the greatest taboo, is it not? Because from childhood you have been told to hide, to be ashamed, to stifle the most powerful force in your body. But the truth is unstoppable. Orgasmic energy is your life force, your primal fire. Without it, you are just a husk. Do you dare face this? Or do you prefer to remain a comfortable corpse, walking around in elaborate self-deception? Don't you see how your stale existence is choking your spirit day by day? Stop pretending you are content. You are not. There is a storm raging inside you, half sexual frustration, half spiritual longing. It drives your every impulse, yet you act as if you're fine. Enough of these lies. I tell you again, awaken or perish. There is no soft middle ground. You want a half-awake existence? That is not possible. Look around. People are living like zombies, ignoring the raging volcano within. They settle for cheap pleasures, shallow achievements, a robotic routine from birth to death. Are you that foolish? Because if you continue on this path, you will miss the single chance you have to touch real freedom. Yes, freedom. And let me repeat, freedom isn't optional. You cannot escape the consequences of your own ignorance. The illusions you cling to will devour you from the inside. So, what is this orgasmic energy? The question almost frightens you, doesn't it? Because you have been taught to associate orgasm with a fleeting pleasure. Down there, something to be done quickly, in secret, or perhaps not at all. Fools. Orgasmic energy is not confined to the bedroom. It is not even confined to your body. Orgasmic energy is the very pulse of existence. In that explosive moment of orgasm, if you truly become aware, you will see that time disappears, the mind disappears, and there is only a vast, infinite presence. But you reduce it to a mechanical act, attention and release. And you wonder why you feel empty afterward, longing for more. Because you are misusing the greatest gift existence has given you. Now you might ask, how can orgasmic energy transform my reality? Listen carefully. Your reality, as you call it, is shaped by the prison of your own mind. You have 1,000 desires pulling you in all directions, yet none satisfy you. It's as if you are dying of thirst, trying to drink from a sieve. Nothing stays. Desire after desire, chase after chase, and each time, frustration. Because desire alone, pure animal desire, will destroy you unless you transform it through meditation. Hear me well. Pure desire will destroy you unless transformed through meditation. You might be offended by my tone. Good. Let that offense shake you from your slumber. I am not here to coddle you. I am here to help you awaken. And sometimes, awakening requires a sharp slap across the face of your ego, because the ego is an expert liar, spinning endless justifications for why you should remain as you are. I'm fine, you say. I'm managing. Managing? Don't make me laugh. You are not managing, you are sinking. Slowly, imperceptibly, you are sinking into despair and hollow routine. And one day, you will look into the mirror and see dead eyes staring back. a withered soul. Then it will be too late. So I ask you, do you dare face yourself? Or will you continue running from fear to fear, from distraction to distraction, clinging to shallow pleasures and half-hearted relationships? Look at the state of your life. Are you truly alive, or have you grown numb, like an anesthetized patient who no longer feels his own body? Awaken or perish. That is the law of existence. If you don't observe, life will crush you. Existence does not wait forever. The tide is rising. One of the Upanishads proclaims, "From the one arises the many, and into the one they return." Reflect on that for a moment. The greatest spiritual texts have all pointed to the fact that behind the multiplicity of forms lies a single cosmic power, a single dance of energy. Jesus hinted at it when he spoke of the kingdom of heaven within you. Rumi shouted it from the rooftops, "You are not a drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in a drop." And Lao Tzu whispered, "Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished." They are all speaking of the same truth. You are not separate from the infinite, but you have to realize it, not just read about it. And the fastest route for many is through the conscious harnessing of orgasmic energy. Look at your daily life. You drag yourself out of bed, caffeinate your system, numb your mind with pointless news, toil in a job that barely satisfies your pockets, let alone your soul, come home exhausted, maybe watch some trivial entertainment, then collapse into fitful sleep. Where in that cycle is the space to truly live? Where is the moment you connect with your body, your breath, your energy? You have become a mechanical puppet. And the saddest part is, you allow it. You do not fight back. You do not rebel and demand your birthright of freedom. You might protest, "I have responsibilities, I have a family, I have bills, I can't just drop everything." Who told you that awakening requires dropping your outer responsibilities? The real problem is not your job or your family. It's your unconsciousness. You can be a parent, a worker, a student, and still connect with your orgasmic energy daily. The question is, do you have the courage to shift your approach? Or will you keep making excuses until your life runs out? Let me give you a real-life illustration. A successful businessman once came to me, wealthy, well-respected, but haunted by a sense of emptiness. He had a beautiful wife and children who adored him, but he was a shell. He told me he had not felt truly alive in years. In the private dark of night, he consumed pornography compulsively, trying to spark some sexual thrill, but even that soon became dull. He was on the brink of depression, considering extreme choices. His outward success was a mask for an inner desert. "I am losing my mind," he confessed. "I don't know what to do." I told him, "Your problem is not about sex or money or success. Your problem is that you have never embraced the oceanic power within you. You have locked your orgasmic energy in a tiny cage of guilt and mechanical release. You have never once approached it as a gateway to the divine." His face went pale. He had never imagined orgasm could be anything but a short peak and then a slump. "If you do not awaken," I said, "you will be destroyed by your own thirst." He listened. I taught him a simple meditative practice, to sit quietly each day, breathing deeply into his lower belly, feeling the subtle warmth of sexual energy rising up his spine as he inhaled, letting it spread through his heart, his head, his entire body. I told him to slow down, to observe every sensation without rushing to discharge it in a quick climax. "Notice how your mind fights this process," I warned. "It wants a quick fix. Do not yield." Within weeks, he reported feeling an undercurrent of joy and vitality that he had never known before. His sexual experiences with his wife transformed into intimate meditations, not just friction or tension release. He found clarity in his work, discovered creativity he thought was long dead, and more importantly, he realized that orgasmic energy is not limited to the genitals. It is the entire wave of life coursing through you. This is what I mean by awakening orgasmic energy. It is not a trick. It is not a fantasy. It is your birthright. Will you keep ignoring this? Or do you see that you have no time to waste? If you don't want to waste your life, meditate now. Stop making excuses. Stop telling yourself silly stories. Either you experience awakening or you continue destroying yourself. Meditate now or continue suffering. The choice is yours, nobody else's. If you keep delaying, be warned. You are playing a dangerous game. Hesitation is spiritual suicide. Do you think you can hide your loneliness? Do you imagine you are the only one who feels a black hole in your chest? Everyone is feeling it, but they wear masks of superficial smiles. They hide behind illusions of success or busyness. You are no different. So stop deceiving yourself. This is the time to step out of the shadows. This is the time to use your orgasmic energy, not as a cheap thrill, but as a doorway to freedom. Let me be explicit. If you keep your orgasmic energy repressed or purely mechanical, it will never set you free. You will remain a slave to lust and frustration. On the other hand, if you become aware, if you approach it with meditation, that same energy becomes your ladder to the divine. You climb from the root of your being to the heights of consciousness. Or perhaps more accurately, the energy rises of its own accord once you are present and open. But it must be done consciously. Some of you might be thinking, but isn't orgasmic energy only for the bedroom, for a partner? Let me shatter that illusion. Orgasmic energy is active in every breath you take, in every cell dividing in your body, in the sunlight that warms your skin. It is the cosmic dance of creation. Sexual union can certainly amplify it, but the real transformation happens inside you, in the meeting of your awareness with this potent force. You can be single, married, celibate, it doesn't matter. As long as you open to the energy within, you can harness it to transform your reality. The great Lao Tzu said, "Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished." When you truly embrace orgasmic energy, you enter a flow state. You do not hurry, you do not force, you simply ride the wave of your own life force. But to do that, you must watch your breath, watch your sensations, watch your mind, watch your subtle impulses. In that watchfulness, the mind quiets, the illusions dissolve, and the energy blossoms. Then you realize that your reality is nothing more than a mirror of your inner state. If your inner energies are blocked, your life is blocked. If your inner energies are open and dancing, your life becomes a celebration. Now I challenge you, if you don't want to remain in this half-baked existence, crack your shell now. I have no patience for your whining or your fear. Awaken or perish. This is not a philosophical statement, it is an existential truth. The illusions are strong, but your longing for freedom can be stronger. Which path will you choose? Do not say you lack time. That is a lie. You have time for worthless gossip, mindless scrolling, hours wasted on trivial entertainment. Yet you claim no time for the most important exploration, the awakening of your own being. Nonsense. You have the time, you simply lack the courage. Well, I'm here to tell you, without courage, you are doomed. You think I'm being harsh? Perhaps. But it is the harshness of a surgeon removing a deadly tumor. I refuse to sugarcoat the truth because your illusions are suffocating you, and you, in your comfortable numbness, are content to slowly die. I love you too much to let that happen without a fight. Yes, love. Understand that beneath my intensity is a deep compassion. I have seen the truth. I know what it means to live fully, in a state of orgasmic communion with existence. And I see you stumbling in the darkness, unaware of the diamond in your pocket. I want you to taste real freedom, not remain a prisoner of your fears and desires. But you must also want it. You must take the step. This is not about me. This is about you. To apply this practically, you must make meditation your top priority. Do not settle for 5 minutes of casual relaxation. That's child's play. This requires a total shift in attitude. You must become determined. I will not waste another day. I will not let illusions devour me. Then, Start small but consistent. Each morning, sit for at least 15 minutes. Feel your breath entering your lower belly. Observe any stirring of sexual or orgasmic energy. Let it build, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually. If you feel arousal, do not push it away. Do not indulge it unconsciously. Just watch, breathe, allow. See how it circulates through your body, how it can warm your heart, clarify your mind. If you have a partner, experiment with slowing down your intimate moments drastically. Instead of racing toward a goal of climax, discover each sensation along the way. Breathe together, maintain eye contact. Let the sexual tension become a meditation, a cosmic dance. You will find that orgasm is no longer a brief spasm, but a doorway into a timeless realm. In that realm, you realize you are not separate from existence. If you are single, do not think you are excluded. Turn your daily routines into moments of mindful connection with your body. You are carrying orgasmic energy every second. Become aware of it. Channel it into creativity, into art, into writing, into dance, into giving love to others from a place of wholeness. Love is not desire. Love is meditation. I repeat, love is meditation. If your love remains entangled in raw desire, you will be consumed. But if you watch, transform it into an offering of the heart, you will be freed. Are you still making excuses? Enough. Stop it. You cannot hide from the mirror I'm holding up. Either you see yourself right now, or you sink further into your illusions. And illusions are cruel masters. They promise happiness, but deliver despair. Life is short. The clock is ticking. Listen to the warnings of those who have died in regret. Do you think your destiny is any different if you remain in unconsciousness? I recall a parable. A beggar sat on a box by the side of the road for many years, asking for coins from passers-by. One day a traveler asked him, "What's in the box you're sitting on?" The beggar had never bothered to look. He pried it open and found it was full of gold. He had begged for scraps while unknowingly sitting on a treasure. That is you if you remain ignorant of your orgasmic potential. Pure, raw, orgasmic energy is the golden treasure in your body. But you treat it like a taboo, or a quick fix, or some guilty indulgence. What a tragedy. Actually open the box, discover the gold. Allow yourself to realize that orgasmic energy can saturate your entire being with bliss, clarity, and creativity if you approach it with mediation. If you do not, it will remain trapped, unfulfilled, haunting you with restless hunger. And let me remind you, dear friend, this very moment, either you step into awakening or you continue destroying yourself. Right now, you can close your eyes, breathe deeply, and feel your lower belly. Let your breath become slow, mindful. Let your thoughts come and go like passing clouds. Sense the subtle warmth, the subtle tingling of life force within your pelvis. Breathe it upward, imagining the wave of energy moving through your spine, up to your heart, to the top of your head, then radiating around you. Just do it for a minute. No excuses. If you are too busy to even try this for a minute, you are lying to yourself. The truth is, you are afraid. You fear transformation because transformation demands letting go of your illusions. But illusions are poison. They taste sweet at first, but they rot you from within. So I say, let the illusions burn. Let the old conditioning burn. Let the fear be exposed. Because beyond that fear is your real life waiting to blossom. Stop making excuses about not being spiritual. Spirituality is not about wearing robes or chanting in a temple. It is about reclaiming your rightful share of existence's ecstasy. The orgasmic wave is your direct connection to life's source. That wave can drown you in unconscious desire if you remain asleep, or it can lift you into cosmic awareness if you become fully present. So which is it? Awaken or perish? Are you going to keep living as a shadow of your potential, or will you seize this chance to break free? The next time sexual desire arises in you, watch it. Do not judge it. Do not bury it in guilt. Instead, breathe into it. Let it fill your body. Bring your mindful presence to it. Ask yourself, who is watching this energy? Who am I beyond this body? Because once you truly see, you will understand that your orgasmic energy is not separate from the cosmic dance of creation. Let me share a passage from the Upanishads again. The self is hidden in the lotus of the heart. Those who see the self find truth and dwell in perfect joy. This is not a boring statement from dusty scriptures. It's a living invitation. The lotus of your heart is also nourished by the waters of your sexual energy. In the union of these energies, heart and sex, true joy blossoms. But I warn you, you have only one chance to turn things around today. Tomorrow you may sink deeper into inertia, and the day after, deeper still. If you do not want to waste your life, meditate now. Do not wait for another day. You are at the cliff's edge. If you do not transform, you will fall into an abyss of regret, an abyss of meaningless existence. Enough is enough. I will not pamper you with gentle lullabies. This is an alarm clock shattering your dreams. Close your eyes right now, if you dare, and focus on your breath. Stay silent. Let your mind scream all it wants. Do not follow its noise. Keep your awareness at the center of your being, that place just below your navel. Feel that swirl of energy. Let it intensify. Remain the witness. If you do it wholeheartedly, something in you will crack open, and a warm river of life will flow through every cell of your body. You may tremble or feel a sudden surge of emotion. Do not resist. This is the beginning of your awakening. Now open your eyes. Feel that shift. Or did you resist even trying? If you resisted, that is your first enemy. Fear of change, clinging to what you know, even if it is misery. That fear is what you must conquer. You have been warned. There is no sugarcoating. If you do not overcome your fear, life will crush you. That is how existence works. The seed that refuses to break open will never become a tree. It will rot in the soil. Yes, the seed must burst to grow. You, too, must allow the shell of your illusions to crack under the force of awareness. Orgasmic energy is the water that can help dissolve these barriers. If you use it unconsciously, it will remain just lust or frustration. If you use it meditatively, it becomes the shining path to your true self. But you must choose. Freedom arises from within. No one else can give it to you. Stop running. How long will you run from fear, from emptiness, from yourself? There is nowhere left to hide. The day you face yourself is the day you are reborn. So do it now. If you don't want to waste your life, meditate now. Perhaps you imagine you can do it later, that you still have time. That is the biggest illusion of all. Time is the greatest thief. It steals moments, hours, decades before you realize. Then you wake up one morning old, drained, with your life behind you. Are you willing to let that happen? Or are you ready to break free, to erupt into the luminous being you were always meant to be? I see two possibilities. Either you awaken or you perish. Either you become the master of your orgasmic energy or you remain its slave. Either you transform your sexual desire into a spiritual rocket or you let it burn you to ashes. Do you see the urgency? This is not a casual matter. This is your entire existence at stake. If you are listening to these words and feel the fire in your chest, do not ignore it. That fire is your own longing, your own life calling you to step out of the tomb. Reflect on the wise words of Jesus. The kingdom of God is within you. He did not say it is in some faraway heaven. He said, within you. Why do you keep searching outside, chasing illusions, craving external validation, when the ultimate treasure is inside your own being? Yes, the same truth that Rumi discovered, the same truth Lao Tzu hinted at, the same truth the Upanishads glorified, that you are the cosmic dance, and your orgasmic energy is the gateway. dare to walk through it. Now, I am done with words. The question is whether you are done with illusions. Let me repeat one final time. You have no time to waste. If you don't want to squander your life, meditate now. Either experience awakening or fall into darkness. That is the stark, uncompromising reality. I do not say this to scare you. I say it because I love you, and I refuse to let you stay in the gutter of half-living. Enough. This is the moment. Close your eyes, breathe, and step into your own infinite potential. Awaken or perish. Choose now.